Welcome everyone to another Malware Geek review. Today we're going to be taking a look at something that has been requested, and that is Zemana Anti-Malware Premium. You'll see Zemana in pretty much all of my videos as I use it to scan the computer after a test to determine whether the product I am testing has done a good job or has let malware into the system. So today we're going to be testing its prevention abilities as well as its overall detection rate. I have kind of replaced or used Zemana in my toolbox. It has replaced the complete failure that is Malwarebytes Anti-Malware, but nothing gets recommended to my viewers without a full test. So if we dive into the product, the user interface is pretty simple and straightforward. You can do an update check, tells you how long your license is good for, what your system status is, and what your last scan was. You can also drop files here to be scanned by the product. And you have a scan button down here. Over here you have your settings button. This is really the meat of the product. Under your general tab you just have your notification messages and of course your promotional messages, which if I was using this product on my computer I would turn that off because it gets annoying. But it's good that they give you that option. Under the scan tab you can schedule a scan and create a restore point. Real-time protection obviously blocks the execution of malware if it is detected, and this setting right here is very interesting. Pandora Cloud Sandbox technology. It increases the zero-day malware protection and ransomware protection. This setting I'm not going to use today because I test everything on default during full reviews, but this might be an interesting setting to test, say, in a Zemana versus ransomware video or something like that. You can change the action that's taken when malware is detected. Obviously, we're going to leave that at default, which is quarantine. Exclusions, which is pretty obvious. You can add files to be excluded from the scanner. You can check for updates, which it's doing because I went to that tab, which is fine. And then here is your advanced tab. It gives you a little warning here of changing the settings could lead to unintended consequences. It just has your auto launch, your auto upload, which uploads unknown objects to the cloud for analysis. Plays a sound when a thread is blocked and detects suspicious certificates. You can also apparently launch their recovery tool as well. So that's the meat of the product. Pretty simple and straightforward. We're going to check for updates here. While it's doing that, let's go ahead and take a look at its process usage. It is quite high in the RAM department, but that might be because it is checking for updates. Let me see if we close it. Yeah, it is quite high in terms of its resource usage, but I haven't really noticed a system slowdown, so nothing really big to complain about. Obviously, I'm going to give it a little bit of a downgrade in terms of resource usage because I would like to see a little bit better RAM usage. So we have some malicious URLs here. And I understand that this is a second opinion scanner, but we might as well see how well it does in a full review. Obviously, the standards wouldn't be as high, as a internet security product or something like that would be. So anyways, let's start punching these links in. Let me make sure that my web filter on the host machine is off so it's not blocking the malware. Give me just a second. Okay, so the web filter on the host machine is off. Let's see how well Zemana does against some malware. Zemana's real-time protection is active, and I did not get an alert on that one. It is in memory here. Okay, so here's an alert. The anti-malware engine has blocked a suspicious file, and it appears to have terminated the file. Yep, it's gone. So that's fantastic. Doesn't look like a signature detection, but looks like Zemana got rid of it. So that's good. The first one appears to have been successfully blocked. Here's our next malicious URL. That one has made it into memory as well. I can tell by the description that it appears to be malware, but again, it is detected as a suspicious file, and it has been terminated by Zemana. Fantastic. So we're 2 for 2. Let's try this next malicious URL. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's try this again. Okay, we will save this one as an executable on the desktop. Okay, the download has completed. And it appears that it doesn't work on this machine. So, that's fine. We'll move on. Okay, this one requires a username and a password. Very interesting. Haven't seen that one before, so that one we will count as a dead link. Here's another malicious file, and it has been detected. Looks like a signature detection, and Zemana blocks it. So far, so good. Here's a .com file. Don't see those very often. Didn't download. Let me try that again. We'll save it on the desktop, since Internet Explorer wants to be difficult. Here it is. That one appears to have executed. Let me find it in memory, but it looks like it crashed. So, and I'm not seeing any kind of other malicious behavior. Okay. Here's our next malicious URL. It's being scanned right now. While that's being scanned, let's go for the next one. Okay, this one was blocked. Again, it appears to have been blocked by the 0-day component. It looks like Zemana has some sort of behavior blocker or something like that. Which is fantastic. This one is a fake PNG file. It's actually an application. It is in memory. And we'll see if Zemana catches it. And it looks like that one has crashed. A lot of these are crashing today, which is sad. Let's try this one. That one is blocked immediately by the signatures. Now, I'm not sure if Zemana is actually using their own database, a combination of databases, or somebody else's databases. I'm not quite sure. Oh, come on, IE. Stop blocking things. That's annoying. No, that was Windows Defender. I forgot to disable it. Okay, let me disable Windows Defender, and then we'll try this last file, and then I'll try to grab some more links. Be right back. Okay. let's get back to our link test here. Now that Windows Defender is out of the way. And that one is caught by Zemana. And the signatures got rid of it. So, let me grab some more links. I'll try about 3 or 4 links and we'll keep testing. I'll be back. Okay, so we're back. I grabbed 4 more links. Let's see if these work. Here's our first one. It's a JS file. Probably tries to connect to some website and download malware. But it's blocked by Zemana. Again, there looks like their 0-day component got rid of it. So, okay, let's try the next malicious URL. So again, it looks like some sort of fake image file that's actually an application. So we will try it. And it's blocked by the signatures. So it didn't get past Zemana. This one is a well-known malicious domain, so I'm expecting any kind of file that's dropped to be blocked immediately. Did it drop a file? Doesn't look like it did anything. I'm not sure if that one is dead. Let me go ahead and open a new tab and try it again. And we will try this number executable. And it's blocked by Zemana. Fantastic. This one I'm not sure if it's working or not, so let me try to grab one more link, and then we'll conclude this link test. Okay, yes, that Chinese domain was dead, but I got another link here, so let's go ahead and try it. Appears to be a bigger file than I thought, but it doesn't get past Zemana. It's blocked immediately. So, great. That appears to be a clean sheet by Zemana, but because we had some malware load up in memory, I'm gonna go ahead and grab Hitman Pro and do a quick scan, and we'll see. I'll be back when the scan's done. Okay, so Hitman Pro finished scanning. It did find a couple of Trojans, but these are the ones, that bin.exe file that I tried to load up and that Windows Defender was removing. So, needless to say, these are not a threat. These are just quarantined by Windows Defender, and the file was blocked by Zemana anyway when it tried to run. So, that is a clean sheet for Zemana in the link test. So, now we're going to get down to the real difficult part of the test, which is the detection ratio and 0-day component. Although we've kind of seen how Zemana handles suspicious files, so this should be very, very interesting. So I'm going to drag a pack of malware onto the desktop, as I normally do. I'm going to turn the real-time protection off for right now, so it doesn't start removing the files. That would get kind of annoying and probably slow the, copy of the files to the desktop. So I'm going to do that right now, and then once Zemana finishes scanning the folder, then I'll be back with the results. So, I'll be back shortly. Okay, I forgot to show you before I started the scan. In this folder, we have 623 of our friends that are not so friendly. So, Zemana is currently scanning them, and it's detecting them. It hasn't removed any yet, but we'll let it run, and then I'll be back when it's done scanning. So, be back shortly. Okay, so Zemana finished scanning. There are 105 files left over. So if we take the overall detection rate, 623 minus 105, 518 out of 623 is an 83.1%, which for a second opinion scanner is not too bad. So now we're going to run some of these and see what happens. Let me turn the real-time protection back on. So hang on here. Okay. So let's run some of these. This might be some sort of adware, bundled software crap. Music video downloader. Right. Okay. That one was blocked. That one was also caught. So was that one. So it's actually detecting more of these when I try to run them. That one was also caught. This I know for sure is some sort of adware. This iWin thing, I've encountered that before. And their zero-day component seems to be very active, which is awesome. It's exciting to see that. That one is broken. So is that one. So I'm going to run a couple more of these, and then we're just going to call it a day. Let me get rid of this annoying iWin adware that seems to have made it in. That one doesn't appear to be working. It's catching a lot of these, which is awesome to see. This is actually very exciting. And it may be using some sort of whitelisting component as well. That might be why it's blocking these files, but it's working. So when they try to run, that one doesn't work. I think it may be using some sort of whitelist. If it doesn't have a signature, it's probably blocking it. But it's removing them as well, so which makes me think that it's, you know, knows that they're somehow malicious. So, because it didn't say anything about Hitman Pro when I ran Hitman Pro, so I just let it run. So, okay, so I'm going to conclude this. I'm going to run Hitman Pro just for a scan, because it looks like we might have some adware that got through, but we'll see. So, I'm going to scan, and then we'll conclude this review. I'll be back. Okay, so Hitman Pro finished scanning, and it found the iWin toolbar thing. When I uploaded the executable on the desktop to VirusTotal, however, it's not detected by any engine, so it's probably some sort of unwanted application, potentially unwanted application. I also did try to install CCleaner, and as you can see, installs just fine. There's just a new version, that's it. But it isn't blocked by Zemana. I also tried Killswitch, because Killswitch isn't really well known. And it loads up just fine. So, let's conclude this review. This product, Zemana Anti-Malware, does a fantastic job. I have nothing but good things to say about it. It let maybe a couple of potentially unwanted programs in, but nothing else. It dealt with the unknown files. Again, I don't know if it's using a whitelist or if it's using some sort of behavior blocker, but it works. If somebody knows, please let me know in the comments. It works. Does a fantastic job at preventing an infection, and it lets legitimate programs through, blocks potentially dangerous ones. So I have nothing but good things to say about this. You can run this alongside your antivirus or internet security package, or you could run it maybe with a firewall with hips, like, you know, Komodo or something like that, and I think you'll be fine. It does a great job. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, please like and subscribe, share this with your family and friends, and I will see you in the next review. Talk to you later.